LTigre, I guess, is a fan of Smash Brothers.
PPMD, is that the Smash Brothers reference?
Yeah, I think so. But it also might have like bled into other parts of the internet. I'm not sure. But zer0rush has forgotten to start his timer. How will we ever sync them up? Well, they're doing a pretty good job of starting at the same time, so maybe we'll be okay. So throwing every single bush at the guards to take them out is zer0rush, perhaps looking for what sort of prize packs the guards have, and he's rewarded with all the arrows.
Not exactly what you're looking for when you do the tree pull there, but that's good information to have, because sometimes you do actually run out of arrows.
First few locations gonna come up dry for the players. Have people kind of settled on checking these two chests and then heading to Sanctuary over to Kakariko? Is that like that opener? Has that kind of settled as the thing to do?
I mean, that's the strategy I've adopted, but I usually bring the sign and one shot one of the guards instead of throwing bushes at them.
Sure. So the trackers are off, but I'm sure that'll get sorted out. Don't worry about that. For now, do know they haven't found anything good at all just yet. Nothing super fast. We'll see what Kakariko has to offer in a little bit. Get a map check. We got Green Pendant in its vanilla location. Hera was Crystal 2. That was all I saw.
I saw Desert was its vanilla pendant, the blue one.
Oh, there we go. An almost vanilla light world.
Not fully vanilla, so... Ooh, Power Gloves. Aghanim locked.
That's... What are the odds that you don't need those?
The odds are you need those.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to work it out, and I was
even if you find like the gloves first, those will become the mitts, and the mitts are 100% needed to at least kill one of the. Because if you have pendant dungeons in 2 in the you can't you need the mitts to access Ice Palace, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rock, and at least 2 of them are going to be crystals.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The Titan's mitts are 100% necessary. And you do need it to get in Ganon's Tower, because you need to access the Dark World right side.
Yeah, Titan's mitts are very similar to Hammer, and that so many dungeons require them that it just kind of can't really be skipped at all.
So it's confirmed. This is an Aghanim required seed.
Yeah, so the players know that going in, so now it's not really a whole lot of decision making needs to be made as to do I do it or not? I mean, you do have to do it eventually. You do just need to make sure that you're armed appropriately, because Aghanim's Tower are not the easiest thing to take on.
So these runners with an interesting gamble, they do not have bombs yet, so they can't access the last item behind Blind's HUD, but they did find half magic.
That's not going to get them through a wall. They do find enough rupees to go buy bombs, though, so it's going to be 2 trips, but they'll have something.
They also found the best weapon in the game, the blue boomerang.
The best weapon. Now they're ready for Aghanim's Tower.
Ooh, sword in the back of the tavern. Always good to find an early sword in Kakariko.
Let me see if I can mess around with the tracker a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, we're pretty short-staffed because there's another race going on, so people being dragged in, trying to get everything done, but we're all here for you anyway. zer0rush is now going to head over to the well. Ooh, we find a bow in the well.
Alright, I'm not sure what's going on with the tracker. None of the trackers seem to line up with what I'm seeing on stream, so maybe something is actually a little broken, but whatever.
So we found a bow and the moon pearl down in the well, and it looks like, other than the flute, zer0rush's side of trackers work is correct. And it looks like we have trackers working now. I just need to deactivate some of them.
That's good, because I was seeing, like, hookshot is lit up, and I'm like, it's not lit up at all on either one, so something bad happened on my end. Really glad we got someone working behind the scenes to make that all happen.
Yeah, I think Fiesel is, because Fiesel's the man.
Yeah, well, he could be, or he could be delegating.
That too.
We'll see. Either way, the proper credit will be given in the chat command, because tracking is it's not easy and it's very helpful.
Yeah, Fiesel is working on it right now. Looks like. Shouts to Fiesel. He's the Overlord Supreme of all this.
zer0rush also getting his sword. Going to be happy to see that. Also seems to be leaning towards Master Sword being the thing that gets them into Aghanim's Tower, as opposed to, say, the Magic Cape, one step closer. And you definitely would rather have a Master Sword than a Fighter Sword going through that tower.
Oh yeah, going through that tower with just the fighter sword is not a good time.
zer0rush just a little further ahead after all said and done. Lamp at the end of the race game. Definitely gonna want that.
Yeah, and even though these players probably know dark rooms, you definitely rather not do the dark rooms, so they're gonna run get the lamp. Plus, it's their first fire source, so if they need fire to activate, like Hera Basement, that'll be a good weapon for them to have.
Also good that they found it so that if they were to do dark areas, it's no longer considered a sequence break by the logic, and so the things that they're looking for are actually, can be found over there. Wherever they end up. Save and quits from both. Anticipate heading to Link's house.
They took slightly different routes to get around Kakariko, but they made about the same amount of time getting through all that. But now we're going to have a divergence. zer0rush is going to head over to Sahasrahla and likely Eastern Palace, because it's completable now with Lamp and Bow. LTigre is going to do the normal route, air quote normal, with heading over to the dam and then probably Mini Moldor.
I'm not sure which is the which I would call the correct play. I mean, regardless of where the items tend to be, happen to be in this seed, just based off of what they have, what they've found, how many items are available, this really seems like a coin flip to me.
There's your Master Sword, right behind Sahasrahla.
Good stuff for Zero. And also, I was going to say he's looking for a progression item, but that could sort of, that could be considered a progression item in terms of getting him to that power glove.
Well, you still need boots. Just because you beat Aghanim doesn't mean it's immediately open to you.
Yeah. We'll see what else he finds in Eastern Palace's LTigre, preparing to bomb open Mini Moldorm Cave.
The Eastern Palace play is good because it is a pendant, but it is a green pendant, so you can defeat the dungeon, and then you could just immediately go on and kill Armos because you have the bow and everything, and then get your cash in your green pendant.
LTigre with a death in Mini Moldorm Cave. The combination, I think, of the bomb explosion plus the fall damage did him in. It's a short walk back, but still not something you really want to happen early on in a race. Again, reminder, don't fully trust what you see on the tracker. I think something's a little off with it. But we'll do our best to keep you guys updated and in the know with our expert. There's my air quotes commentary.
There's your air quotes. All the air quotes.
The arrow's just not quite hitting these mold arms. They wind up on the arrow, and the slow travel time combined with their really random movement. Really hard to line that up and make that happen. Nothing yet. Okay, a different Master Sword located in Mini Moldorm Cave.
And a hammer.
Heck yeah.
Well, that's really good. So this is an early Tempered Seed with bow and hammer. I want to play this one. I don't want no more flute on pedestal and hookshot and turtle rock seeds like I played last night. Alright, I don't know if Zero found a mirror or not, or that's one of the things that has to be turned off, but I think the tracker is correct other than they don't have flutes, they don't have cape, for sure. But other than that, I think everything else is correct.
So I figured out why it was weird for me, and I got rid of the cape, so that's something.
Oh, there you go.
LTigre doing some fake flippers.
Yep, hasn't made the play over to the east side yet. He's going to get a Tempered Sword once he does. Be in a bottle. If you wanted a piece V-Torp, you would get that, but I think they already got one. No, not yet.
zer0rush was just over the 500 rupee mark, and knowing that needs to spend a little more than that, is going to go ahead and grab the extra rupees available in Eastern Palace. That's going to enable them to get the Zora item, as well as stuff like opening up Palace of Darkness and digging game, all the little things.
And for the chat, yes, the gloves were in Lumberjack Cave. The gloves, the Aghanim one is 100% required for the seed.
Armos fight for zer0rush. Rapid fire arrows gets the quick kill.
Very clean. And we find a green bottle. The green bottle is regular Mountain Dew. That's what myself and other commentators have called it. Green is regular Mountain Dew, the red is the Code Red, and the blue is the Baja Blast, which is obviously the superior.
Obviously. Green pendant only going to be some bombs. LTigre is heading into Escape. We'll see where zer0rush goes. Missing that mini Moldorm Cave, but he's going up.
He's going to do Aghanim. He's probably going to do Escape first, but then might route Aghanim into this.
LTigre putting the hammer to work in combat. He's got the Master Sword, but hammer's going to one-shot these guards. Why not use it?
Alright, I think the tracker is 100% caught up on everything that has happened for the most part. I think the only thing we have to do is remove the shield from LTigre, and we are finally caught up. Oh, and Desert Palace is a pendant, not a crystal.
LTigre finding tempered sword in escape, so the location of all 4 swords have been found.
So this could have been like a 20-minute butter seed.
Yeah.
And it could be. I think LTigre might make the play down there now. No, he's going to Aghanim now.
It says tempered's good enough for me.
I mean, Master is probably good enough for him.
We'll see where Zero decides to go once he's done with escape. The 4th sword for Tigre is in Eastern Palace. Zero's about to pick up his 3rd, so his 4th sword is in Mini Moldarm Cave.
Yeah, both players with tempered early on, and both needing a different sword to get their butter. So a very, very generous sword seed for you guys.
zer0rush taking the Death Warp out of escape. LTigre trying to get banged up by Thought by as many things as possible. Ooh, blue mail.
Wow. Are you sure this is not a V18 seed?
Very well equipped are these players early on. Only thing they could maybe be lacking for is some more hearts, I guess.
If it was really V18, though, you'd find the Titan's Mitts and escape.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the new logic, that's impossible, and you still have to kill Aghanim 1.
3 chests here for Tigre.
Flippers.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Lots of options still available to these players.
That makes that Zord check that was done earlier not a sequence break, really. And now I think he's going to go kill Aghanim. He's done both parts of escape, and now he's heading back to the castle and probably going to head to the top part of it. zer0rush about to get his flippers.
We're going to start seeing some heavy execution-based gameplay coming up on LTigre's side of things. zer0rush already handled the dungeon, executed well on the Armos boss kill. LTigre so far has just kind of been running around picking things up, and of course there's execution involved in everything you do in this game, but now's his chance to really start saving or losing time based off of how well the combat goes in the various rooms here. Going well so far with his tempered sword.
Yeah, for the randomizer being very different everywhere you go, the only place that's really consistent is defeating Aghanim 1, because the 2 chests are guaranteed to be small keys, all the enemies and pots are the same, so this is the only one that's truly 100% the same as vanilla.
It means it's definitely possible to kind of get into your rhythm and groove, that what you practiced in your no major glitches runs or anything, if you've done that before. zer0rush finally heading down to Mini Moldarm Cave and the dam and other southern light world locations.
So he's going to get his butter sword before hitting the 20-minute mark. That is incredible.
The power. Nice sword spin for Tigre. Down to 2.5 hearts, but I think he's going to be okay now. And there it is. 19 minutes and 9 seconds.
That's incredible.
I can't believe that it's butter.
With the butter sword now, that means you have a wide margin of error. I stole that for cross product 100%, by the way.
All right. Well, as long as you give credit.
Of course I give credit.
That's a joke that deserves to be spread.
Ah!
LTigre Got a bit of a cutscene going on with Aghanim, and then we'll find out how many blue balls this seed has in store for our players. It's going to be the same on both sides, but it is going to be random.
So get your numbers in anywhere from 0 to, what's the maximum, like 12?
15, I think, if you're so unlucky as to always get the blue balls, but to always land all of your guaranteed hits.
Ah, gotcha. I'm going to go with 3.
The odds of 15 are... Oh, I can't remember how many you need
It's
to
very
get in
small.
a row.
You're much more likely to get 0 than 15.
Yeah, absolutely. So... Unsure how the fight has progressed so far for LTigre.
Yeah, you saw it also, right? Yeah.
Of all the fights for dropped frames, Aghanim, with the way he teleports around and the nature of the fight, makes it pretty hard to follow.
LTigre with the Snoop Dogg strats. The frames are dropping like it's hot.
That's right. But I think he's doing well. I've seen 2 hits land. zer0rush gonna get just some rupees for
It's definitely not a 0 blue ball. We'll determine... Okay, it was a 1 blue ball.
There we go. You take those.
Yes, definitely.
I think the second place time on the leaderboard had 1 blue ball for a long time. Maybe one of Zelda's runs too also had it. Alright, we got Dark World Map Shop. I only saw Crystal 5 and Thieves Town.
I saw Red Pendant in Skullwoods.
Well, that's pretty important. I think we've only got one notable location left. The 6 crystal.
Yeah, it's the only thing I think we're missing. Chat says pod was 6.
So there it is. zer0rush with all the rupees. Doesn't much matter for these players in this seed, but if you were to somehow know that 300 rupees were waiting in that waterfall cave, that would really influence your early game Zora decisions.
To let the chat know, some new players here don't. 5 and 6 are important because those are the 2 crystals that activate the bomb shop and the big bomb, which leads you to the fat fairy / double chested fairy / hashtag thick fairy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's 2 item locations available to be checked there. Ooh,
what are those?
Man, some lovely designer shoes. I don't know what.
That was worth the 500 rupees.
What's an expensive shoe brand? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're being exposed here as the...
I wear $20 outlets from Nike.
Exactly. That's the kind of people. That's the kind of people we are here. In these parts. Let's just say they're like a really a limited release of like Nikes or something. Either way, they're very expensive, but they make you go very fast. So this is a big advantage for Zero. He's able to do...
There you go, they're Jordans.
Yeah.
That's the expensive Nikes.
He's able to do Aghanim's Tower with these boots, and everything that he does with the boots that LTigre doesn't is just time in his pocket. So we're really hoping...
zer0rush is going to make up a lot of time here, and having Buttersword also... These guys go down in 1 hit with Buttersword, which is incredible.
Yep, that also... pretty sizable advantage. LTigre has headed to Pod. We know it's an important crystal, and he's got everything he needs to complete it, so you certainly couldn't blame him for this play, but again, those boots, when is he going to find his way over there?
And he already checked everything else over in that area. He checked the waterfall cave, he checked what's on the ledge.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah.
That is a very unappealing place to go, I think, for a long time. I fully expect them to keep finding new progression items as they go.
The only play he would go back for is if he has mirror and checks catfish. That's pretty much the only scenario I can see where he would go back there.
Yeah, Desert Palace is a blue pendant, but like maybe the torch requirement there could somehow come into play and influence you to need... No, I don't see it. I think you're right. I think the odds are pretty slim he finds his way back there, so this might end up being a damn near bootless seed for LTigre.
What could be really bad is if the big key is on the torch in Ganon's Tower and he gets all the way there.
That is evil.
that happened to me 2 days ago, but and the boots were in Ice Armos.
Okay. Yeah, usually that's the case. Usually if you get all the way to Ganon's Tower without the boots, and then they end up being required by the torch.
Oh yeah, the boots. You need the boots to get the item, the gloves upgrade.
Oh yes.
So he definitely needs to find. He'll definitely find that earlier than we originally thought. LTigre found Cane of Burna.
Cane of Burna, the lag cane, not going to be too helpful, perhaps, especially with Blue Mail, Tempered Sword. Like, he's already doing pretty well for himself in terms of fighting enemies. But maybe it makes something like Spike Cave a little earlier. Who knows?
Yeah, Spike Cave you can do to it logically opens up the bridge for Turtle Rock, and they already have all they need, so they're not going to use it to kill blind like I have. Like people have before, they've used that to kill blind.
Yeah, it's very good at killing blind. You're immune to all the crazy projectiles flying around, and blind takes just as much damage from it as anything else. Usually one of the downsides of it is it does very low damage, but blind's 9 hits from anything coating means that it's pretty good. It is quite laggy though, so
Tigre found the net, but unfortunately found it after Aghanim, so we didn't get a chance to see the Swaganim's threats.
Yeah, that is a shame, for sure. zer0rush at 2 hearts probably doesn't need to worry too much. I mean, if you got some really unfortunate blue ball locations and timings, then, you know, maybe if he was standing in the wrong spot, but I think he's going to be totally fine here.
Looks like it was a 3 blue ball, so that means we missed one of the lightning bolts when LTigre was dropping frames. I thought I only saw 2 lightning bolts, but apparently it was 3.
So this boots advantage, this boots advantage that zer0rush has is it's big, but it's about to get bigger because he's going to have access to these power gloves much earlier than Tigre, and I feel like not having those is going to close a lot of doors for him. It's going to make a lot of his routing a little more inefficient, unable to really check various locations.
But Tigre did find the most important item in the game.
The net.
No, the single arrow.
Alright, yeah, you're right. I went for the second most important item in the game.
No, the second most important is the blue boomerang. They already have that.
Oh man, I'm looking bad out here. How could I not know these things? zer0rush also heading to pod with the hammer, lamp, and bow. It being a crystal and a crystal 6 at that. Very natural thing to head into once you get into the dark world. Didn't get those power gloves though.
No, not yet. But he doesn't need them yet. He can route it in later. They're just following a normal NMG route, which is kill Aghanim, do pod. That's what you do in that game. That's what you're gonna do here.
Yep. And then you kill Helmasaur with 2 swings of the butter sword, just like no major glitches.
Yeah, about that.
Blue mail too, also pretty handy to have in the Dark World dungeons.
Yes, definitely.
LTigre is moving into the sort of dark basement areas of Palace of Darkness. I mean, there's a couple, but he's pretty deep in the dungeon now, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, he's completed the main part, so you just have to go through the basement.
Turtle Room coming up for him. Lands the 4-hit that to open it up, and that's usually clear sailing from there. But landing that first hit with that hammer is very tricky.
Yeah, but again, as we're having a strong sword is a huge benefit. They go down 1 hit from Tempered instead of 2 from Master.
Tempered Sword out, while hammering down the mask on Helmasaur extends the hitbox a little bit, makes it easier to land these hits.
You also don't get turned around in the knockback, so that's another nice thing about having to sort out.
Might go for... I think he went for a spin there, and 2 more slashes. Gets him down. Easy peasy. Chat's gears are turning for chat, because these players are in kind of a weird situation where with the items they have and access to the Dark World, but no power gloves. Everyone's trying to figure out what exactly that means for LTigre and where he can go.
So Tigre, he can do like Hype Cave, and he can do no, he can't do Shovel Game. So he can do Hype Cave, I think, and that's about it in the Dark World.
I think you're right. He's got the flippers, so he can like jump in some of the watery areas, but I don't think that gets him anywhere.
No, you definitely need a glove upgrade for those. See if he's going to make the correct play. Well, we know it's the correct play, and that's to go to Zora. But it looks like he's going to Eastern first, so he's going to get his Butter Sword too.
It's going to be good news for him. Don't need a power glove over here. The boots definitely would have sped this all up, so this is another shame for him. But again, you can't blame him. This is a really good location. Lots of items, got everything he needs.
Yeah, like he doesn't know that the boots are behind Zora, and logic would tell you that he's making the right decisions.
zer0rush stopped in Eastern Palace to pick up a bunch of rupees that he ended up not needing. He ended up doling out the rupees quite generously after that point, so he's going to go straight through the rupees here in Palace of Darkness.
In the last logic update, when they added the 2 chests in the waterfall by Zora, they added a 300 rupee and a 20 rupee back into the prize pool, so adding that extra 300 really helped out with the rupee counter.
Also makes things really interesting. I've seen a couple races where players were close to 500, and those 2 waterfall cave locations are there on the way to Zora. If you've got like 480, and all you need is a red rupee to be in one of those locations, odds aren't too low that what you need is going to be in there, and you can go straight there. Bit of a gamble though, but it's fun. I like that it's introduced that wrinkle.
Yeah, and interesting dynamic we have with LTigre dropping frames here and there, and zer0rush not having his timer working. We don't know exactly where these guys are, but we can assume that I think LTigre's sort of caught up, so it's not too far behind, if anything.
Yeah, I think it's one of these situations where he's fine for now, but he really needs the boots to get going.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think they're pretty high up on the list of locations to check right now for him.
Well, he's going to find them eventually, because without he needs the gloves to access like Kakariko Village. I'm sorry, not Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, I mean he needs the gloves for lots of things, really.
Yeah. Yes, chat. Level 4 sword already. Version 18 confirmed.
Yeah, man. You missed it. Like they had that like 10 minutes ago. Well, Zero did.
And LTigre does got his when he went to Sahashi's hut. So LTigre gonna go finish off Eastern, and he'll probably full clear it also. It is a green pendant, so not too much harm.
Yeah, not a terribly long dungeon. Once you've already checked it for items in the first sort of sweep through it.
Also, pedestal hype. You never know.
You never know.
So many items that could be hidden back there with where the pendants are.
Yep, lots of items still missing.
Medallions,
on this
rods,
tracker. Yeah, you never know.
Samaria, hookshot. I think the only thing the only key item that we don't have yet that can't be on pedestal is Fire Rod.
I think you're right. With most of the pendants being found in the light world, the possibilities for what can be on the pedestal really open up.
It could even be time limits on the pedestal. Imagine that, the 2 gloves being Aghanim locked and pedestal locked.
Man, that'd be something.
This is where the chat's gonna yell at me for being too much of a troll.
No way. This is what chat lives for. The only thing they're unhappy about is that you said it before they did.
Ah, yeah. Usually I'm the one, like last tournament, I was the one in chat saying those things. And now I'm here.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to figure out the puzzle of what is the worst thing that could happen to these players.
And then the chat yells at you when you're actually like wrong. It's like if I had said that Fire Rock could be a pedestal, even though it can't, they'll yell at me.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just
that's Twitch chat in general.
Just comes with being on the internet, really.
Despite being in probably the best community I've ever been in, which is this community, Twitch chat still Twitch chat. But you guys are the best Twitch chat. You guys are the best Twitch chat out there, guys.
You're not wrong.
Trust me, I watch Hearthstone.
LTigre moving in. We'll see what kind of Armos fight he can come up with here. Positioning near the top right. Got 2 arrows in that other one, and it looks good so far. Oh, it got away from him just a little bit.
Well, we found a flute and protected by boots.
Another important item locked away that Zero has access that LT does not at the moment. He's going to dash right on over to Kakariko and unlock that thing.
Everyone, please rise for the In the Name of DT Swag Duck Anthem, featuring, well, not me. I don't know if you're going to do it or not.
Shh! Don't talk over the anthem. That feel when your co-commentator says, "Don't talk." That's our job.
Okay, I can talk now.
You can start talking. Yeah. That's what you were doing. All right. Swag Duck unlocked. 4-0. Flute. He doesn't have the glove yet, but he's going to get that soon. He's going to be right next to Death Mountain.
Yo, get that shield.
So I thought he was going to swing up to the Lumberjacks, but he went to Sanctuary. This might be faster. Yeah, it's probably faster.
It's close. I'll tell you that.
It's got a lot of straight lines for dashes.
LTigre, he's gonna go visit Hobo. The question is, will he come back down and hit the whirlpool, and make the Zora play when he comes back?
Yeah, that is a really big question. This is a big moment for him, whether or not he realizes it. Well, he definitely doesn't realize it, but
well, he knows he has to go there eventually. It's a place he skipped. The question is, will he go there now?
Well, here's a different question. Where else could he go at this point?
Well, technically, he does have a bottle. The tracker doesn't show that. He did get a bottle from Armos, so he could check Sick Kid. That's part of the logic for him now. But it looks like he's going to go to Zora, and that's going to be the right play.
Good news for him and good news for us, because we want to see a race. We don't want to see one player with an advantage over the other that just kind of decides the whole thing. So it looks like we're gonna get a good old-fashioned honest fight between these guys. So far, who knows? Maybe we'll see that that trolley pendant item or pedestal item.
Pedestal item, yeah.
It's sort of a pendant item. You need the pendants.
Ooh, good pun from Anita Hug in chat. Swimmy Choos. Because Jimmy Choo's is an expensive shoe company. Swimmy Choos.
Oh!
That's a good one. I'll give you credit for that. That was really good.
Yeah, I'm sorry it went over my head. I hate it when good jokes go to waste like that. Either way, fancy new digs for LTigre. He's going to be going fast now.
zer0rush gonna take a dive into Thieves Town.
Thieves Town is a crystal, and I'm pretty sure he's got everything he needs to complete it.
The only thing you really need to complete it is a weapon of any sort. To full clear, you need a hammer. And you need a glove. But you don't even need a glove because you can go to the side route.
We'll see if these guys opt to do that Kane and Berna on blind after all.
I doubt it.
I also doubt it. If you're 2-1, and also the way these players have been playing, it's just pretty obvious that they're pretty well off. And the blind fight, if you execute correctly, blind's going to be very predictable, and you can really control the fight. But then again, their big advantages: the blue mail, the gold sword. Don't help too much against blind. All the projectiles kind of do a flat 1 damage. Blind takes a flat whatever damage from every weapon, and they're not too healthy, sitting on 7 and 8 hearts respectively.
The blue mail helps though.
Against the fireballs, I thought they always did 1.
Oh no, against fireballs no. Yeah, I thought you meant like against some of these enemies in here that they'll do half a heart instead of a full heart, or 1 instead of 2.
Definitely helps in the dungeon itself, especially with the Hellway that zer0rush is coming up on. He's got the boots, he finds the pixel, and he gets the luck to dash all the way through. Love to see it.
Hashtag God Pixel.
LTigre is activating his flute. He's pretty much caught up on all the things that zer0rush had that he didn't.
Apparently zer0rush found the hook shot.
Wow, first chest in Thieves Town.
And the red meringue I think was LTigre, not zer0rush, because I remember seeing, or maybe it was zer0rush, I'm not sure, but I definitely did see the red boomerang get picked up.
I missed the hook shot, but I saw that red boomerang, don't worry. And yes, chat, absolutely right. Zero does have the hook shot. A big find here in Thieves Town.
Okay, so our trackers is ALTTP tracking? I think
so.
Yeah, so he's got everything caught up on us.
LTigre's heading into the Lost Woods.
Well, he's gonna have he has to go this way.
Oh yeah, okay.
Doesn't have the, Titan's Mitts.
I got excited. I wanted to see the pedestal.
Well, they don't have the book yet. They can't check pedestal.
I'm so excited.
Can you read Hylian? Ooh, silver arrows.
Thank you, Thieves Town.
Thieves Town paying off. Dan Bopes is tracking. Shout out to him. He jumped in the last second, got all the kinks figured out, and now he's doing a great job. Alucard just doing a really good job chatting.
Hasn't seen the eye doctor in years. Blind fight, pretty much on script for Zero at this point.
Yeah,
first 2 phases.
Yeah, it works on like the fireballs work in the same pattern every time if you're consistent. So zer0rush is able to get that done, taking only 1 hit. Very clean fight.
Yeah, once you get the first 2 phases done, you can kind of fudge it for the 3rd one and you'll still be fine, but zer0rush nailing the 3rd one as well. That's going to be another crystal in hand for him. LTigre heading to Skull Woods.
Yeah, he found 1 item already. He found a 3-pack of bombs in 1 chest, so he's going to look for a 2nd item, and then probably head to Thieves Town after this.
Skull Woods has made a bit of a name for itself in having one of its precious few items be something good.
Yeah. Skull Woods has a really good reputation in V26 as having good items, but it looks like he's going to need the fire rod to get the last item.
Yeah, goes ahead and gets picked up. It was a quick escape.
Yeah, that was an intentional Wallmaster grab. zer0rush digging.
Digging away.
And just some buried bombs.
So some Dark World exploration coming up for both players. Tigre getting a peek at Bumper Cave. I think it was a red rupee.
Yeah, it was a 20. Most common item in the game, the 20 rupees.
So it's unsurprising Zero finds one over at Stump Kid. No mirror, unable to check the Ring of Flowers cave, so gonna keep heading over towards Hype Cave.
Or as V26 has kind of ruined its reputation a little bit. I call it the Cave of Mediocrity. Other guys call it Meh Cave or Trash Cave.
Tripe Cave is my favorite.
I was the one. I think I was the first one that came up with Mediocrity. I'm just holding on to that.
20 rupees so far. There's still a handful of items here left to find. Cane of Samaria, mirror, rods,
20 rupees,
medallions.
20 rupees, 20 rupees, 20 rupees.
Oh.
So you've had 8 rupees and a piece of heart. That was the Cave of Poo.
Yeah, that was nothing. Not even close. 20 rupees, 20 rupees. Oh man.
Almost the perfect 5 red rupee cave.
So zer0rush, calling the duck. I'm thinking Death Mountain here. Yep, there it goes. As LTigre heads into Thieves Town, this is going to be good news for him.
Oh, there's the hook shot. Look, the hook shot. We found it.
Oh my god! What a huge advantage for LTigre, who has the hook shot and is the only one who has it.
Yeah.
That's going to help zer0rush out on some of his Death Mountain adventures. Except wait, he's not going to be able to get into the Dark World without Titans. Never mind. Well, once you're up there, you kind of... I don't know.
Ice Rod!
I'm bad. He's got an Ice Rod, though.
The most trolly item you can have has been found.
With no mirror as well. That's what I was...
Yeah.
That's what I was missing. But the hookshot is big for getting to the east side.
Yeah, you can check every item on Death Mountain now, except like in Light World Death Mountain, except for what's on top of Spectacle Rock, which, of course, it's 20 rupees, and what's inside Spectacle Rock? 20 more rupees.
I love that this all happened moments after you said it's the most common item in the game. In case you were wondering. I was gonna say that. Well, at least it's a pretty minor curse, but I guess cursing you to never find items and only find rupees is one of the worst curses you could possibly give in a randomizer.
No, it'll be a real commentator's curse if Titan's Mitts does end up on pedestal. That would be a real commentator's curse.
Yeah, it certainly does get worse. I hope we get none of that. We hope we see Titan's Mitts right here in the Spike Cave for zer0rush.
Nope.
See him quit over the old man, get the hearts back. When we saw that Cane of Berna, we were thinking maybe this is the one where Berna saves the day, but not quite. Activating spin speed, but getting blocked by the dead rock.
Oh my god, double blocked at least.
Wait, that's right.
Alright,
Cabbages also conspiring. This is not going well. Down to 4.5 hearts.
Feasel, if you're listening to this, please remove them. Dead rocks and cabbages. We don't need them in this game.
Oh, for that one, you gotta talk to a Vitor or a Carcat or something on the development side of things.
Ah, okay. So Feasel's not that powerful.
His powers extend only to the realm of internet broadcasts.
Oh, okay. Only speed gaming. Okay, not the actual game itself. Oh, mirror.
Hey.
I can see myself.
And I'm looking good, says Zero. He's got blue mail, gold sword, hammer, hook shot, one of the rods.
He still needs fire rod, cane of Samaria, and some medallions that we don't know for sure. Nope, there's the fire rod.
Looking better and better with every chest he opens.
And we need mitts also, so... Still a few items remaining.
See what kind of blind fight LT comes up with here. First phase is perfect. Second phase, I think that last hit was a little late, so he's gonna have to maybe improv a little bit.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have any problems here, so he got it.
Very solid fight overall. Getting a compass, meh. Crystal, pretty good.
Interesting. Zero Rush failed the bomb trip the first time. He went back and is going to try it again.
How many times do you fail this before you give up? Well, it doesn't matter. He's only failed it once, and he got a second try.
If I fail the first time, I'm done with it.
Yep, I think that's probably what a lot of players are. That's what camp they're in.
But he got it done on the second try, so he still saved a little bit of time. Up, we found a shield upgrade on the floating island.
The fireball shield can be nice, but probably not a big priority for Zero at this point.
I mean, the only thing is, logically, if you would need the mirror shield for laser bridge, but we have the Cane of Burna, so it's not in the logic for it, so we're fine on that. But we're going to go over to Tower of Hera.
Had to take the long way to get here without the mirror, though we found it along the way.
Yep. Spiral Cave, you usually see the runners hit a Spiral Cave after defeating Hera, just part of that routing, so you don't have to go down and up again. That's what I do, it's probably what zer0rush is doing. That's what most players do, I think.
Yeah, you do kind of a loop, a counterclockwise loop of Death Mountain. I guess it's kind of like a spiral, because you kind of come back in, and then you go through a spiral, so you get like a double spiral. But long story short, you avoid some backtracking.
Yeah, definitely.
Red pegs are up for zer0rush, down to 4.5 hearts. Blue mail won't save you from fall damage against Moldorm.
Still haven't found an item yet. And guess what? Moldorm and Basement have the 2 items.
So we're going to have seen all of Tower of Hera today, down to 3.5 now.
Yeah, a little dangerous.
Oh! Bumpered into the hole. Oh, you don't actually... Boy, I'm blowing it today. Anyway, LTigre going into Spike Cave.
Phrasing.
Maybe I should just let you take this. just step back. All right, Moldorm fight. Gold Sword's gonna make this pretty easy, but Moldorm has a way of not being easy even when it should be.
Make things easy. Moldorm says, not on my watch. But he gets it done.
Silvers were in Thieves Town.
Thieves Town, the Maiden's Chest.
LTigre is starting his sweep of Death Mountain.
zer0rush head into the basement. Everyone's favorite room in the game.
If you need a drink or need to hit the bathroom, this is definitely a player's favorite room.
Yeah.
Missing the boom dash there.
Yeah, he's trying to get the swag going, but now he's just going to try to not die. But he gets it. Now he can use the bathroom.
So LT hits up the room of 5, or whatever people call that. Finds himself a fire rod. Spots the shield on the ledge. Doesn't get dead rocked. And is hot on Zero's heels over to Tower of Hera.
I missed what was in the chest in the basement, though.
The high 5.
Yep, high 5.
Coming in and out.
For the tracker, LTigre found both the ice rod and the small shield.
zer0rush getting blocked a little bit. Trying to get back over.
Hammer dashing.
Can see some more dashing here in Spiral Cave.
It is not Resident Sleeper Cave today.
That's right, a lot of players don't like coming up here without the boots. I mean, you never want to go anywhere without the boots, but this cave especially is where they really shine.
Yeah.
Hey!
Well,
Titan's mitts.
There are your Titan's mitts.
That's gonna open up a lot of doors.
My commentator's curse was not a curse, so I'm safe for now.
Still could be one of those medallions on that pedestal.
Or the Cane of Samaria, but I think that's the only options that are left. Or one of the fetch quests leading to that.
Yep. If you wanted to just twist the knife in that particular wound, that would be one way to go.
Something like book leads to mushroom, leads to powder, leads to Cane of Samaria. Something like that.
As an example. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
not trying to cast any sort of curse or anything.
I've seen Book Pedestal twice already. One in a run I've commentated and one that I've watched. So it's definitely possible.
LTigre's turn for the Moldorm fight. Moldorm, again, going left, trying to get into that weird, annoying little area on the left side, but LT not letting him.
Vamos is what's needed to enter Turtle Rock.
Information gained for the players. Zero heads to Hookshot Cave. Zipping along. Let's see if he opts to get that shield. I'm thinking probably not.
Nothing in Hookshot Cave at all.
And he's out.
So zer0rush wanted to do Swamp Palace, but he has to go to Dark World first.
As LT finds the Titan's mitts on his way down from Tower of Hera.
That's a good spot for Titan's mitts because you can immediately leave and enter Dark World right away and complete Eastern Death Mountain.
Always nice when things work out like that. Can also, like, maybe throw you for a bit of a loop. You know, you're thinking, all right, where am I going to go after this? Well, I can't do Dark Death Mountain just yet, so, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that, and oh shoot, there they are. Okay, all plans canceled. This is what we're doing now.
Yeah. And we have 18 quotes in this chat after all that. zer0rush has a timer, he just forgot to start it.
Yeah, so rather than putting the 0 up there, we just blank it out. Thankfully, both players are all synced up, so LT's timer counts for both. zer0rush is heading to Swamp. He's got what he needs to complete it, and it's got a lot of items in there, and it's a crystal, so pretty good play.
Yeah, there's 6 unique items you can find in here. He's obviously looking for immediately he's looking for Vamos and Samaria because that gives him Turtle Rock access.
ALTTIGRE is making the same play, I think, floating to Link's house, rather. Another area where it's nice to have the boots.
All of Hyrule. That's a good area to have the boots.
zer0rush not going to be flooding any keys.
Yeah, to quote the legendary Andy, his favorite mode of Zelda is the glitched all dungeons reversed or reverse boss order because you get the boots right away, like a minute in. Not a minute in, but you get them like like if you. Sorry, that's not reverse order. That's the mode that he did at SGDQ this year.
I don't know. I can't remember which one.
It was glitched all bosses. That's what it was.
Okay.
So glitched all bosses, you glitch your way to Easter Palace right away. And boots like 5 minutes in.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Or you just get lucky in Randomizer and get in Link's house.
Luck mode is the best mode. Both players in Swamp Palace not too far apart.
zer0rush finishing off left side, LTigre just entering, so they're about 5 minutes apart, but zer0rush is ahead because he has completed... Is he still ahead?
I think he's checked a couple of Dark World locations that LT hasn't.
Well, zer0rush is ahead in the dungeon itself, but it's not by much. And yeah, I think the only difference is like overall locations. The big key's in the back, so you're going to have to backtrack for that chest if they want it.
So no medallions yet, so Ice Palace is kind of the only place I can really see these guys going after this.
I guess they can do desert. They can check the Mire area and then mirror into desert, but that's pendant.
Yeah, but there's a fair number of locations there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, ledge, you have all the Mire locations. You can definitely check that area out.
And anything you find that can, maybe put you in go mode before Ice Palace is pretty big.
If you don't have to full clear Ice Palace, you don't want to, especially if you know the bombs up that well. So zer0rush opened the big key, but he's not gonna go back to get it just yet. I haven't seen his menu, so I don't know if he found the both the map and compass yet.
Maybe we can sort of retroactively figure it out by watching LT. Oh, he's got the... Aw. Had the setup for the quick kill on Argus. Well, there he goes.
Yeah, there we go. And he's done. Nicely done.
Still gonna get the one cycle as the invisible puffs spin around nothing. Silver Arrow gonna finish off Argus. Red mail is his reward.
Hashtag eggplant hat.
That's right. Let's get that going now. Get that trending. Confuse a lot of people.
Alucard wants the Pog champs for that fight because that was done very cleanly. That was basically a zero cycle because he got it done before he went into his circle all the floaty things mode. Floaty things, that's a technical term, right?
Yeah. Didn't quite get the absolute perfect god opening to the fight where you get all the puffs down, skewering them on the bottom middle section of the screen before he gets them spinning at all. Super, super hard to do. Maybe one of the hardest non-major glitches sort of thing to do. I don't know, maybe hovering's up there. Hard to say. Pretty subjective. But still, very, very tricky. And still overall an amazing fight for Zero.
And he went all the way back into the big chest just to get, what else? 20 rupees. But now they have this big bomb available. Yeah, Pod and Thieves Town were completed. Those are the two you needed for. Here we go. The big bomb has been bought.
Still plenty of treasures left to be found.
And there's also
Dark World.
You also get to check the ledge on Pyramid. And I like this. He's taking this way because they defeated Aghanim, so they get access to the Hyrule Castle portal.
Yep, nice heads up play from Zero. I think don't think they've been to the graveyard ledge either, so Zero might continue this whole trend all the way over to Catfish. Charging up spin speed just for fun. LTigre trying to see if he can land this silver arrow shot himself.
Mushroom. Let's the fetch questing begin.
Even more reason to head over to that section of the world.
Now he didn't check. Oh, they checked the side of the pyramid earlier when they defeated Aghanim.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
And we're gonna dive into the Ice Palace. It looks like
Zero's not messing around with any mushrooms.
Hope he doesn't forget it like I forgot it yesterday. My race yesterday, found a mushroom like 2 minutes in. I forgot about it and killed Aghanim when it wasn't even needed.
And I'd like to say, well, you learned your lesson and it won't happen again, but
it'll happen again.
Yeah, it always happens again. So zer0rush, figuring, I could go check every single other possibility before Ice Palace, hoping that I get into gun mode before I come here. But it feels like the odds just aren't that good. Just gonna dive in and bank instead on Ice Palace having what he's looking for.
Now the thing with Ice Palace, he doesn't have Cane of Samaria, so he's probably going to do the bomb jump anyway, just so he doesn't have to do the dungeon twice like the vanilla way. Instead, he could just go do the bomb jump, then check the rest of the dungeon and come back.
Well, I definitely know he's very good at the bomb jump. Shouldn't be too much of a sticking point, and it has 20 bombs as well, so
yeah. The bomb jump's the one trick that I practice the most, I think, in the entire game, because if you go mode Ice Palace, it's a huge benefit for you.
Yeah, I highly recommend. If you think like, oh, maybe it's a kind of advanced trick, I don't want to learn it. It's kind of fussy and precise. You might be intimidated learning this bomb jump, but I got it in like 10 minutes. I was bomb jumping over this gap. There's just a couple visual cues you need to look for.
Yeah,
I don't know, Link's hat with a brick and whatnot.
I use the sword. I try to line up like 1 pixel between the sword, as long as it's not fighter, and the shadow of the bomb or something like that. I have my own visual cue. I'm still practicing it though.
Yeah, you can find whatever works for you. LT says, nah, I'm not going in that palace. No way. You can't make me.
He's gonna turn into mushroom first. We'll see if that's the correct play. And we're gonna try another bomb jump here.
Missing this one can really suck in some situations.
Yeah, because now he's gonna have to go down and up and all around again.
Mushroom reveals 20 rupees.
Of course it would. We're expecting less. Ooh, I like this. He has the green potion but doesn't want it, so he drains a little magic, spends the green potion, and buys a blue one.
Yeah, plus he gets to take out his frustration burning down the witch's hut.
Yeah, exactly. Another drug deal gone wrong.
Today on CSI Hyrule. Yeah.
Law and Order Hyrule edition.
Yeah, I was gonna say like SVU, but I was like, no, I don't know how to tie that into Zelda.
Yeah.
SZU? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Catfish coming up dry.
True Crime Streets of Hyrule.
Sure, I'll take it. CS Hyrule. Okay. I like what you got going on there. A little clumsy, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it's definitely a B+. Zer0rush checking these last couple of chests over here and found a magic cape. Not 100% necessary at all, but always nice to have.
Yeah.
If you need safety and don't want the legginess of the Cane of Burna, that's your go-to item.
Getting a look at Desert Ledge.
more 20s.
And heading into Desert itself.
A big key in Ice Palace. That's never a good sign, especially when you bomb jump.
We still don't know what's on the pedestal.
Well, we don't have the book, so we can't check it either.
Yep. So LTigre's Desert Adventure could be nothing. It could be everything.
Yeah, it could be the best play. It could be a time waster.
So Zero's banking on what is kind of least trolly, least hopeful, and LTigre's banking on what is most hopeful.
Yeah, it looks like Zero is playing the I'm going to play the seed the straight way, and LTigre is trying to make a couple gambles and try to pull ahead.
Zero heading into the cold stair fight, a little banged up, but 8 hearts and lots of tools, red mail, gold sword. So probably not in danger of dying, but still, you want to do your best to corral these puffs into the corner to make this fight go smoothly. Just as the frame pauses, what happened after the opening spin? Looks like they've split apart a little bit.
Yeah.
Lost 1 heart, so it's still doing pretty good. Fire Rod out, probably using the Fire Rod a lot, just all over. Just probably killed them. Probably has the crystal right about now.
So on LTigre's side, we determined that Land Molas has the last item, but he didn't go in to take care of it yet. Instead, he's going to check the rest of the Misery Mine area first, and he's not going to kill Land Molas.
So it's kind of hedging his bets a little bit, perhaps. Says, I'll go into Desert, but I'm not going to go all the way and do the cutscene and get the pendant. I'm not, that sure that something's going to be on the pedestal.
All right, well, LTigre is going to head to Ice Palace now, and we have confirmed that Quake is the medallion needed from Misery Mire.
All right, so the medallions have been identified, but none of them have been found.
No medallion has been found. So for Go mode, we still need the 2 medallions, and we need the Cane of Samaria. But I believe that's all we need. Any Cane of Samarians entered those 2 dungeons anyway, so they can pretty much confirm that they're not going to need to go into those places until they desperately need to. And it looks like Zer0rush has a panic basket going on. Hopefully we'll get it up and running again soon.
Yeah, it can be pretty tricky if it's on, the player's end and they need to do something while also still playing the game. Man, what a cliffhanger on this episode of CSI Hyrule. This was the season finale. I can't believe it.
Exactly. This is like a Friday edition of a soap opera or something. What's going to happen next time? Dum 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 dum.
LTigre didn't quite get the crystal hit with the explosion, as to go around and bomb it again. Gets the double Stalfos kill. That's really fun to see. Gonna be seeing a bomb jump.
Yep, we're gonna get a bomb jump from LTigre. Up, we're back on zer0rush's side, and he's in desert now.
Alright, the players have changed places like magic. LT gets the bomb jump second try.
Looks like they both got it on a second try. And this is just like my race yesterday, freeze frame.
And LTigre, his stream isn't frozen, but his dungeon is.
There we go. Looks like we're back? Question mark? Looks like it.
Yeah, that was probably the stream syncing up.
We had to probably reboot the stream, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what was going on. Yeah, we're assuming he defeated Ice Palace, and looks like the trackers determined that as well.
Yeah, I really doubt that. I mean, unless he put the controller down to deal with the stream, I really doubt.
Yeah, especially when
could have gone that
not,
poorly.
He's not going. So he's going to go in and kill land malls because he knows it's the last item, and the pedestal hype is still real after all.
That's right. Our hopes have not been dashed yet.
Could be any one of the 3 items we need, or one of the fetch quest items.
So now is Zero gonna finish Desert and show us what Landmolus is hiding?
That's exactly what he's doing now.
Oh man.
If Landmoles has a Bombos or Quake, or has the Cane of Samaria, this is going to be a huge lead for zer0rush.
LT gonna be doing the palm to forehead for sure.
I didn't check on zer0rush's item when did he get the magic cape from the Mire Shed yet? He does. Okay, so he checked Mire Shed while he was getting everything back.
Triple kill on the Landmolas
Nice
with
and
silver
easy.
arrows.
Nice and easy kill.
Shield upgrade hiding is the last item in Desert.
So now we know where the mirror shield is.
Yep. Which is not really all that useful information. Not the kind of thing you want to commit the time to finish a pendant dungeon for, but there it is.
So if you don't find anything here, do you continue checking Overworld, or do you gamble on doing Skullwoods and then Pedestal right after that?
Well, I don't have the book, so I guess you're hoping to find, if nothing else, the book as well in.
Well, no, you don't need the book to pull the pedestal.
Oh, they've already
the
got
pendant.
Yeah, they already have the pendant. Okay.
Well, zer0rush does. So like zer0rush, he can easily just go to Skullwoods, finish it, and then go pull the pedestal.
The blind pull.
The blind pulls are the best. Are the best pulls.
Or, well, I was going to say you could head into Mire and hope to. No, they don't even have the pendant, the medallion. So yeah, really, what else is it going to be?
It could be the overworld spots he hasn't checked yet, like King's Tomb. He could check a couple of the mirror ledges. Up there's the Cane of Samaria. So that doesn't rule out. They still can't get into. Well, they can get into Mire now. Oh no, they can't.
I just did the same thing.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it's like that doesn't progress them at all, but it guarantees them that once they find the progression, they can get in.
It's definitely one less thing that can be on the pedestal, though.
And chat, if you want, you could do a Phantom Ryu's impression in chat if you wish. Especially now that if you actually watch wrestling, you know that the legendary Kane has actually come back.
It's a lot easier to do the impression in text form.
I mean, I could do it, but I don't want to disrespect the master.
Fair enough. LT is done with Ice Palace.
And zer0rush gonna head to the Dark World. Will he make the play for Skull first, or will he head over to the Graveyard Ledge first? That's the question.
Tough call. We don't really want to be in either place.
He could also route the he can do hammer pegs and the blacksmith and all that.
Yeah, the Ring of Flowers, they've got the mirror now. This seems like the stronger play, and it's where Zero's going. But LT is going to Skullwoods.
He hasn't been in Skullwoods yet. So zer0rush has been into the first part of Skullwoods. We found one item in there. Or maybe was LTigre the one that was in there? Now he's going to go kill Mothula? But he didn't kill Landmole, so he doesn't have the what he needs to pull the pedestal. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything you just said is correct. So I don't know how well this is going to go.
I mean, if one of the medallions are in here, it'll pay off. But the large payoff of, like, if you kill Mothula, then you got to come back. You got to go kill Landmoles and then come back if you want to pull the pedestal. So yeah, I don't. Okay, we'll see what happens. Ooh, wrong medallion. The wrong medallion.
Okay, that is a tease. Wow.
That is hilarious.
I just had the vanilla ether Meyer requirement in mind when I saw it.
Oh no! Did you see what happened?
No, I totally. Oh, the
purple chest was in the mirror, and now he's. Oh my god! What is going on here? And I have to go back to get the purple chest.
It's gone. Where'd it go?
That's back.
Why does it do that? All right, we're back on track now for Zero. As LT is fighting Mothula, has the fire rod out, also has a gold sword, but all damage doesn't matter at all if Mothula touches those spikes. It does get him down. It's a pretty good fight.
Big key.
Big key, okay. Red pendant, so exchanging pendants. These two players, both of them have two, both of them missing one that the other has. Purple chest not going to pay out.
Hey, don't let Vitor hear you say that.
Does anyone see him around? I think I'm in the clear.
There was a bee in a bottle and a pedestal, and I told Vitor, but he was like, I hope they pulled it.
Good stuff. So Zero heading back into the Dark World once again, still not going to Skull Woods.
He's gonna do the Graveyard Ledge first, looks like. He still could do this ledge and Haunted Grove Ledge. I think that's the only two places left for him to check before he has to go into Skull Woods and pull the pedestal.
Is it as exciting, even if it's a blind pull, is it as exciting if it's literally the only place and has to have the progression item? Well, I don't know.
The question is, which one will it be? Will it be Bombos or will it be Quake?
Okay, I guess there's still some element of mystery.
Or is it the book or the powder or the shovel?
Alright, so that's a guessing game we can play. Even if we know it has to be the pedestal, we can ask ourselves, what is it going to be?
300 rupees the last item in Skullwoods, so Skullwoods did not pay off either, so yeah, I think all that's left for zer0rush to do is, well, I don't think he's checked Bumper Cave yet, we know it's 20 rupees.
Trying to think of any other locations players have or haven't checked in the overworld.
Yeah, I think they've checked. I think they've exhausted everything. Like, the last place to check is Haunted Grove Ledge.
They did Spike Cave.
Up, he's going into Skullwoods.
All right.
He has to kill. So it's not hype yet. He has to kill Mothula first. But once he does, he has to complete all of Skullwoods. We know it's not going to pay off, but for him, he's hoping to find something good in here, which he's not going to.
LT hitting the Haunted Grove Ledge, and hasn't done King's Tomb yet.
Yeah, but King's Tomb was not of relevance either. To the chat, you can't go into Mimic Cave without access to Turtle Rock, and they can't get into Turtle Rock. Oh yeah, the King of Samari was in here, so yeah. So LTigre got that.
Yeah, that is an important find. He's probably very happy, and we're like, oh, yeah, he's going to King's Tomb.
He's going to King's Tomb. Yeah, I forget sometimes. But yeah, he still needs one of the medallions, and it looks like what's next for him.
Back into the dark world.
Yeah, he's probably going to do the Return to Blacksmith purple chest play now. And he could probably route. No, he can't really route because he doesn't have the book, so he would have to fly back to Mire and go through the mirror route to get to Landmalls. zer0rush has used the mirror instead of the Cane of Samaria on accident there. LTigre doing a digging game. He hasn't done a digging game yet.
Yeah, we were talking about how far ahead Zero was in Swamp Palace, and we were like, well, he's obviously a couple minutes ahead in the dungeon, but we were talking about how he's also checked some more overworld locations than LT has, and now this is that time is starting to sort of surface here as LT is checking these places that Zero already has.
And the main reason why zer0rush has that huge lead is because he found the boots a good 10 to 15 minutes earlier.
That's absolutely right.
So these guys have basically the same items, just that LTigre needs to check a few more places than zer0rush does, and the time difference is boots. Oh man, I'm starting to get a little nervous here because the pedestal hype is about a minute away.
So what do you think, guys? It could be the book, could be Bombos, could be Quake, could be Shovel, could be Powder.
And they still haven't checked Haunted Grove Ledge, so it could be like 20 rupees.
It could be literally anything else.
It can't be Mirror Shield.
Correct. 5 arrows, 20 rupees. Shovel into book. Powder to shovel to book.
Yeah, it could be all those. All those possibilities are on the table. All the fetch quests.
Book, shovel, powder, bat. I mean, we could... This is all just kind of... It's just becoming a series of words now. I'm having trouble parsing it. Let's just go with one item. The first item on the pedestal that opens it all up.
LTigre's lost. He doesn't know what to do. But here we go. Get your Bless RNGs in for pedestal hype.
So it's kind of a coin flip at this point, whether it's here or Haunted Grove Cave. Yeah. We got the audio. Oh, here it comes, the blind pull! Oh, hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, on the pedestal...
Bombos!
Bombos! We got ourselves a required pedestal seed. Bombos is going to lead them up to Turtle Rock, which is not where they want to be.
Well, they're going to have to find Quake in there.
Yeah, unless it's also in... Quake is at the desert ledge, and then you get to choose. Yeah.
So LTigre needs to go to desert as soon as possible and kill landmalls. And then we just saw Haunted Grove Ledge, that's 10 arrows.
Alright. Mystery solved. The location of pretty much everything in the game known at this point.
Well, we know... Well, we don't know where it is, but we know that Quake is going to be in Turtle Rock, most likely. Like, almost assuredly.
Yeah. Something is wrong, if it's not.
Unless, fetch quest in Turtle Rock leading
That's... Yeah, you're right. You're right. That bit of nonsense can lead them back out of Turtle Rock.
I mean, there's been an abnormal amount of pedestal seeds lately in this tournament.
It's just the way it goes sometimes.
I had one yesterday. There was a couple others off stream of the secondary as well. LTigre didn't check Hype Cave yet. He's gonna get all these 20 rupees.
Wow. This is a big oversight on their part.
Yeah.
And they were probably like, oh, duh, Hype Cave. Oh, man, I'm so stupid. All right. Here I go. And then 20 rupees, 20 rupees, 20 rupees.
Just what you were looking for.
Let's see if LT can keep their cool. Still has that purple chest to turn in. So with this pedestal revelation, Zero, it's his race to lose at this point for sure. LT has to go all the way back to desert, go all the way through and finish. Landmolas head up to the pedestal.
Just think about this for a second. This seed was Aghanim required and pedestal required.
Yeah, you pointed that out early on, that possibility, and here we are.
Commentator's curse, yes.
Got him. LT is double checking Meyer. Ether, right? Ether? No. Okay. Now, time to head into desert.
Yep, time to kill Landmoles. That's literally the last place he has to go. He's literally checked everything else, I believe. So he has to go kill Landmoles and pull the pedestal, then he'll... So I would say he's about 5 to 7 minutes behind zer0rush, I would say.
Yeah, it's pretty severe. And their execution seems to be about on par, so I wouldn't really expect any of that time to change in Ganon's tower. But you never know. Something can go bad for one player, something can go well for another, but that's a lot of minutes to make up with this short amount of game left.
Yeah, everything, like, Haunted Grove Ledge was a 10 arrow, Sahasrara, I think, had, like, bombs.
Mm-hmm.
I think only one of them checked Sahasrara, not both, so... But it was definitely checked.
Hookshot not quite going so well for Zero, so he goes with the Burn-a-Dash. There's the shovel. Will the shovel lead to Quake?
Here we go.
Would much rather just find this medallion and then, you know, hopefully before the laser bridge, and then
then you'd be in
the key
Super
as well.
Go mode.
Yeah.
Super Go mode, because you literally have everything. Like, you can even go get the Mirror Shield if you want to be 100%.
Landmola's down. I think it was a one cycle for Tigre.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Zero struggling a little bit with the Samaria strats on these orbs.
Wow, Chain Chomp coming in to block the bullets. Down to 4 hearts, can only take one more. Okay, cannot get hit. Get to the door. All right, what do we do? We're Burna.
Gain a Burna strats.
Oh wow, that one had it out for him too. The clutch Burna. No powder, so not going to really be able to fill up on health here in this dungeon.
Yeah. Does he have? Did he buy the blue potion earlier? I think he did. Where's that Tigre?
I think it... I have no idea. God damn it. I feel like it was LT.
Well, Tigre is about to go get his Bombos medallion from the pedestal.
This is the kind of thing that can catch LT up if
Zero
dies here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that'll make this race close again.
Down to 1. Hold on, Zero. So LT is off to Turtle Rock. Zero refilling magic, which is...
Oh, the fairy!
Get the fairy! Oh, man, yes!
That was a clutch fairy.
That might be the vanilla prize pack drop. Part of the no major glitches route involves killing enemies to set up a fairy drop here in Turtle Rock, because it's so easy to take damage here.
Alright, Chad, you want a Mimic Cave. Here we go.
Fairy to save the day. Is LT getting blocked by the dead rock?
And survey says...
Uh-uh.
Oh, a heart refill, though. He's definitely not mad about a heart refill in that situation.
Yeah, that's true. The fairy got him here. The heart pushed him up over the top. Now Zero's looking really good.
Riot Shield cannot be on Laser Bridge. Riot Shield is on the floating island. They found the shovels in here, so shovel could lead to Quake if anything.
Oh, there it is.
Never mind, there's the Quake. We have a go mode for zer0rush.
It's all about execution from here on out, and perhaps a Ganon's Tower. Big key guess. That's not going to be enough to close the gap between these two players, but it'll go a long way. It'll put them within a a Ganon fall or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely about, I would say, 3 minutes about separating these two runners right now. So definitely closer than what we made out to be early on. But again, I think the boots was the main difference between these two runners.
Zero's got the small key that they need to get through the door. Perhaps the powder or the book forever hidden on Turtle Rock Laser Bridge. King Dash well executed.
Very nice, yes.
LT also pulling out the cane here on the rolling pins. See if we can get a Zero cycle here. Dashing in to the back door. I think he got it. Following it up with the sword spin, looking for 2 hits. Didn't quite get it. Still a very solid fight. Dashing. I don't know. I think you guys are really stretching it. I think you got to get your minds out of the gutter on that one.
Wait, I missed a phrasing joke? Oh, come on.
Yeah, at the start of the Trinix fight, you want to get behind him, so you dashing into the back door. What would be really bad if I said it was he's really jumping up on him and just giving it to him back there, like that kind of thing. That's when you go ahead and throw in the capital letters phrasing.
Feasel, please. Control your man.
zer0rush using his new medallion to open up the last crystal dungeon.
And Go Mode Meyer all hinges on one thing. Where is the big key? There's a term that is used when you're Go Moding Meyer called God Meyer. That's when the big key's in the very first chest you check, which is usually the bridge chest.
First he's going to get through Meyer 2, has the tools to one-cycle it, and it does.
Oof, nice.
Yeah, Zero's execution's been looking really good.
Yeah, I've been very impressed. Then again, I've been impressed. Every time I watch the main tournament, I'm always impressed and can learn so much from these guys.
True. Chain chomps, though, almost got the better of him. The one weakness.
Yeah, I had a good chain chomp moment in one of my races. It's in the clips page. Oh, there's the book. Fetch quest.
All right. Has the option of checking Ether Tablet before Ganon's Tower, I guess.
No, they're not going to do that.
No, they're not. LT down to 5 hearts as well. Turtle Rock proven to be a bit rough for them.
He is now in Go Mode as well. Finds his Quake Medallion. Nothing to do with the book is read the awesome Johnny Cash text on the pedestal. The Ring of Fire.
You can also prop up a table that's a little wobbly. That's good.
Yeah, the book has that used to.
If you've got a young person who comes to visit, they can sit on it at the dinner table. They're handy things, really.
You can just buy it for decoration purposes on a shelf. And there's
powder.
All the fetch quest items after. Yeah, LTigre, you need a key.
Down to 3 hearts on the laser bridge. Not going to be screwing around with these lasers. Pulls out the Burna.
Cannon Burna, 100%.
Especially with the half magic. Use your resources. Absolutely.
Looks like we're going to go into Meyer's resin sleeper room.
Looking forward to it. I could use a nice nap.
No, he's going to check the last chest over here first before heading up there.
Ugh. I was really looking forward to that break.
Oh, here we go.
LT down to 3 hearts with the 1 heart refill before the Trinex fight. And, blue potion, I think, got drank in the middle of the...
Yeah, always a good idea to drink some delicious Baja Blast before taking on Trinex.
It's got the electrolytes that you need when using fire and ice rods.
Well, that's Gatorade, but that's one from Mr. Mary Bonds' matches.
I mean, this isn't any old bottle of Baja Blast. This is the good stuff. This is the stuff that the development team's been working on. All the athletes are going to be drinking it. Just you wait. Meanwhile, we didn't see it, but Trinex totally died. And now LT's got a crystal.
Well, we saw it was just very, very choppy.
Trinex got chopped.
The old vanilla big key in Meyer.
Good stuff. Zero has what he needs to finish Meyer. Nine and a half hearts. Probably not too worried about Vitreous at this point.
Yeah, especially with Silver Arrows and Butter Sword. Either one of those strategies is plenty enough to take out Vitreous without taking any damage.
Lines up the block on the switch. Can be a fussy little switch sometimes. Block dash, not quite coming out. But yeah, chat's right. Full tracker lit up, coming soon.
Yes.
Just need this Misery Mire crystal.
Yeah, that number that we talk about at the end of the game is going to be in the probably in the 180s, depending on where the big key is. Found every item in the game except for 2 bottles, and well, we know where it is, the mirror shield, but they're not going to get it.
And they're still doing pretty good on time for a pedestal Aghanim.
Yeah, the sub 2 is definitely in the realm of possibility for these guys, even with all the trolls that they had.
Silver Arrows absolutely destroying Vitreous. Zero ended up with more health than he had when I pointed it out a moment ago. That's the 7th crystal for them. LT still a little bit behind. It's not a close race, but it's not over either.
So we're about 2 minutes away from entering Ganon's Tower, I would guess. Maybe about a minute. But we'll wait a little bit to ask everyone's favorite question.
Yeah, people are jumping the gun here.
Yeah, come on, guys.
These guesses don't count. Guesses for what? Nothing.
They're guessing how many bonks they had, apparently. Oh wait, that's even later, I'm sorry.
But I think they're close enough now.
Oh, they want tile room now. They want all 3 trolls to be involved.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in chat, maybe you're new here. Maybe you're entranced by what you're seeing on the screen. Wow, it's one of my favorite games, and it's seen in a whole new way, and people are competing in a tournament. This is really exciting. Well, prepare to get even more excited, because it's time to play a game. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to finish this game, you need to finish Ganon's Tower. In order to finish Ganon's Tower, you need to get through the big key door. In order to do that, you need to find the big key. It's located in one of 22 possible locations. And your goal is to guess correctly where it's going to be. I'm a fan of number 19.
I'm a fan of 23.
I don't know.
However, shout out to Loyal Cavalier. Just subscribe to Speed Gaming. Shout outs to you, sir. Or ma'am.
Oh, I didn't see it because I'm using the wrong thing. Thank you very much for your subscription on behalf of Speed Gaming.
On behalf of Feasel and everybody else.
So the stairs are coming down. Zero's in. It's not too long before that first chest gets opened, and then I don't know if we can even accept your guesses. So
7 sins with the bits, saying chest 15 with the 15 bits.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I will reiterate, it's not required to donate or sub in order to submit your guess and enter the game. That'd be a real...
Feasel get on that.
Real corporate move, yeah.
Find a giveaway.
We'll narrow down the locations for you if you give us the $9.99 sub. Wink, wink. No. But thank you all the same. Chests have been opened.
Hey, nothing yet.
So 1 to 3. Sorry, play again later. Everything else still in the mix.
zer0rush did kill Bob to get that small key, though.
Yeah, that's true. Four, 5, not gonna be.
Not 1 through 7. And the chat trying to cheat their way by giving multiple answers or saying that the key was a little bigger than normal. Nah, that doesn't work like that. Hey, that looked like a key. No, that was a bomb upgrade.
Just like wrapping a lot of tinfoil around a small key until it's big enough.
Yeah, there you go.
I got it. LT down to 6 hearts, approaching Vitreous. Also probably not going to be too big of a problem. Definitely a higher chance than it was for Zero. Down to 5 actually before getting in the boss door.
Yeah, the only question is, will his stream hold up?
Yeah.
Alucard down to 6 frames. Ooh, a $9.99 sub. Shout out to you, Zamatix. Got it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
And yes, Patrice is down. And there's the big key, top left of Rando Room, which was chest number... Let me count real quick. Number 13. If you guess chest number 13...
13 is the winner.
You win our love and affection.
Who won? I have no idea. There were so many guesses this time.
The first one to guess 13, it looks like, was SEBBQC.
Yep. We also got Riagas, because it's not a first-come, first-served situation. Thulu. Terrence. A lot of winners this time. XCOM and Lulok. Man, people were calling out the unlucky 13 on this one.
Well, this month did have a Friday the 13th in it, so maybe it's a lucky Friday the 13th.
It did. It was an October Friday the 13th. It was especially spooky, and it's led these 6 winners to victory.
And it's led to nothing but pedestal seats this week, apparently.
That's right. 1 more pedestal seat in the books. As Zero's looking to get into some of this tricky stuff in Ganon's Tower. And finish this game off. Second room in the gauntlet now. Switching to Fire Rod over Silver Arrows to deal with the Stalfos. Horseheads being rather evasive in the conveyor belt room.
And shout out to Zamata for the 150 bits, and he's predicting his Aga 2 already, saying a triple, a miss, and a triple.
We'll see. Still a bit of ways to go. Zero approaching the Landmola's refight. Nailed this last time with silver arrows. Going to be going with the fire rod and spins this time. Horizontal shots on a diagonally moving Landmola's does get the 1 cycle. Very well done.
Yeah. He's saving his arrows because he only has 9 left. So he doesn't want to waste them because you need 4 to kill the Ganon.
Wizard's down, no problem. Some of my favorite strats are using the Cane of Samaria in combat in pretty much any situation, but knocking out 3 enemies at once, pretty smooth.
Yeah, that's the easier one. The second room's a lot harder, and I still haven't figured out that one yet. I just whip Ether out and cheese that way, but yeah, that was very, very cleanly done. Very, very well done Gauntlet by zer0rush. Yep, Pog champs for that.
Lamps all lit up very quickly, but worried perhaps, I don't know, just dodging the laser. I thought he was going to wait out the door. Worried about the possible sprite despawn, the only thing that could swing this race back, perhaps.
Well, look what Tigre's doing. He grabbed the small key, and he's going to do right side first.
Yeah, maybe feeling like they're behind, having missed Landmola's is taking a gamble here.
Hoping that this is a gamble that might pay off for them, but we know it will not, and he's just going to fall even farther behind.
I think it's still probably the correct play, though, in that situation. Just, the rando says no.
Will zer0rush validate? Yes, gets his bombs. He was funnily enough, the item he's probably looking for there was 10 arrows.
Yeah, that's sometimes
just to be
sometimes
safe.
The things that usually you kind of write off as nothing actually count for a little something.
Yeah, I mean 9 hours is plenty to take care of Ganon, but you never know.
Even early game, things like rupees and bombs can actually have some pretty real value to them.
There's a 1.
So the triple is out the window now at this point.
Yeah, that was just a 1 and a 1 so far. The blue balls really mess him up. Another 1.
Slow and steady.
And a double there.
He's going for the Fibonacci sequence, I think.
A
little off.
That's just a 1, 1, 2, something like that. But yeah, 1, 1, 1,
extra 1,
2, 1. Yeah.
Does it work though? You could do the 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would.
Maybe, yeah.
It's possible.
My Agatus fights more resemble computer data. 1, 1, 0, 0, 1.
0, 1, 0, 1, 0. The binary fight, not what you're looking for.
No, not quite.
Impa says something something.
That's the Link's Awakening again fight quote, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. In case you didn't realize how good Butter Sword is, you're gonna 1 cycle every phase of Ganon with the Butter Sword.
Yep, and you also don't need to rely on spins, you can just do slashes.
Yeah.
It's not as big an advantage as having Tempered over Master is, but it's still nice to have, still makes a difference.
Yeah, definitely. The biggest difference, well, obviously you need Master to fight Ganon, but having Tempered is pretty much what you want in this. Like, Butter is just like a nice add-on to have, but it does make the fight a lot quicker.
If you're wondering about Zero's time, it's the same as LT's. Their timers are synced up, even though it's not visible. In the top right corner, Zero kind of messed up their timer a little bit, looking for Torch Glitch. Doesn't get it, doesn't need it. This could be a triple.
Gets a triple.
There it is.
Ooh, baby, a triple.
Yeah, they called it on Aghanim 2, but it came on Ganon. Either way, zer0rush going to be finishing in first place. Final SRL time of 1:54.17. Congratulations to them.
I just want to point out how impressive a sub 2 is on this seed, where you needed to kill Aghanim and you needed to pull the pedestal.
Yeah, man, look at that tracker. Pedestal was literally the only thing left to well, second last for
Everything's lit
Zero.
up. The only items we didn't find were 2 bottles and, well, they didn't get it, but we found it, the mirror shield.
Yep.
Yes.
Also, well, one of the bottles was the Lake Hylia item.
That's right. Yeah, that was a bee in the bottle.
And then I wonder if the tracker just missed one, or
No, they only had
keep
2.
track of the bottles.
They only had 2. Probably GT had one.
Yeah. If in doubt, it's hiding in Ganon's tower.
Or it was on one of the tablets or one of the other fetch quest spots. That was the only place we didn't really check, I think, was the fetch quest items and like ice armors. We'll see if we can get zer0rush in here for an interview talking about this this dynamic seed.
That's a word for it.
Dynamic, yeah, it's a good word.
We'll see if Zero has other words for it, perhaps. Looks like their game. So I'll go ahead and pull zer0rush in. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. How's it going?
It's going great. Up here. How's it going down there?
Well, a lot better. That seed was not fun to do.
I'll bet.
It was fun to watch, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of minor things going wrong the entire time. Seed unrelated. Like, I forgot to start my timer. I had no idea how long I was taking. And at some point, my OBS disconnected. And I had to rejoin IRC, I guess, my internet went out.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
So we determined the main difference in this race, because it looks like LTigre is going to be about 4 to 5 minutes behind you. The main difference was that you found boots about 10 minutes before LTigre did.
Wow.
And that was the deciding factor. He went up to check Zora without the rupees and didn't go there. When you went, you had the rupees and you were able to get the boots. And that was pretty much the main difference between the two of you. Also, LTigre did not kill land moles when he dipped into Desert House the first time.
Yeah, I figured after I found Bombos, I figured that was pretty good. Because as I was coming out of the Meyer checkerboard area, I didn't know if we're out of the main dungeon of Land. I didn't know if I wanted to finish it or not. But I figured if I have to go to Skullwoods anyway, which it looks like I will, I might as well just do Lambo right now. Because I'm pretty sure he had an item, I think. You might be remembering that wrong.
Land moles had no, he had a big.
Okay. But yeah. So I did that then, which luckily saved me a bunch of backtracking later on. And at some point, I meant to grab the cave south of Cove as well before doing the pyramid, and then I forgot while I was going there, which luckily it didn't have anything. And that probably saved like a 30 to 40 seconds too, so that was nice.
Also, I don't know if you noticed what LTigre did to the validation chest. He bombed it twice. Alucard, if you're still in chat, I'll let you take care of. Yeah, there you go. He saw it.
Nice. I'm pretty sure that chest had bombs too, so
It did, yes.
it's pretty good.
I think you were hoping for arrows out of there because you were low on arrows.
No, I wasn't really hoping for anything. Just my last race, I did grab validation chest, and
Yeah.
everyone in the chat was about it.
Yeah, it's probably the longest running beam in the entire community, so makes sense.
It was a good seed, though. I was pretty worried because seeds like this always come down to execution and minor routing differences. But I figured we pretty much were both going to end up full clearing. And I was making a lot of really dumb mistakes, mirror related and bonk related. So luckily, it didn't hurt me too bad.
So how'd you feel about getting Buttersword 20 minutes in?
It was okay. I'm glad I got it before Aga Tower. Aga Tower is one of the few areas that Buttersword actually helps.
Yeah.
So
well,
that was nice.
When Tigre did it, he didn't have the boots yet. When he did Aga Tower, and he had tempered, so
yeah.
he was definitely lacking there.
What do you think about your play to go to Eastern before Mini Moldorm early on? Because I think that was another diversions you guys had.
It was because I had the bow and a sword, and I didn't have enough rupees to do Zora at that point. I can't remember if I had flippers at that point or not, but I wanted to just go to Eastern first since there was no way I was skipping it anyway, even if it was a green pendant. And there are rupees in there, which makes it much easier to farm. The 90 you can pick up before going upstairs is super helpful. So I just decided to do that first rather than risk having to backtrack if I didn't have enough rupees.
Wow, so that it ended up making a difference because LT didn't have the rupees because he did go down, and so you noticing that far in advance and adjusting your play, that's actually a really cool moment. Kudos for picking up on that.
Yeah, it definitely helped. I would have liked to find them a little sooner, but I mean, outside of going out of my way for rupees, I don't think that was realistic. And then I found.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I say GG to LTigre. He finishes up his seed. SRL time of 2 hours and 52 seconds. So a little over 6 minute difference.
Yeah, there are a lot of things in there that could have made that difference. Sure.
I missed what the number of chests you opened was, but I'm assuming it's like in the 170 to 180 range.
Not sure. It actually just passed by on my screen.
I just missed it. But it could be a lot.
748 screen transition though, which is insane.
Yeah, a lot of chests were opened up in this race because literally when you did, the only place you didn't check before pedestal was the Haunted Grove ledge.
Yeah, that and then we got Shovel and Turtle Rock, I think. And I skipped the last two Laser Bridge chests.
Yeah,
and then the Book and Powder were in.
Yeah, when it comes to items,
Powder's and Mire. Yeah,
items in the game, the only thing we didn't find were the Mirror Shield, which we knew where it was, and 2 bottles, which we knew where one of them was.
Yeah, good old V26, 100% clear. Spend 45 minutes looking for that last item. I'm really glad I found Kane first.
Yeah, finding Kane in King's Tomb was there's nothing good. It's like, all right, now I don't have to look for this also. Now you just needed, you had a feeling that one of the coins would lead to the other.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up full clearing Mire anyway, but the option was there potentially.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we get LTigre in here.
Either way, though, sub 2 on a damn near full clear seed, full tracker seed. Nicely done. So we
You can pull him in myth.
Yeah, okay. Then real quick I don't know, sometimes the players like to talk to each other, so I guess I'll...
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
right.
Didn't go my way. Oh, here we go.
Hey, LT. How are you doing?
What's up? GG, zer0rush.
So, you just missed the sub 2 on this really tricky seed.
Yeah, just missed it.
How you feeling after a full tracker all lit up?
Yeah, full board. You don't see that every day. It was pretty brutal. Nothing seemed to go my way. I was doing some really wonky routing, just because I like to do that every once in a while. But and then it ended up being pedestal in the end.
It sure was, and you were without your blue pendant from Desert Palace. You went in before ice,
Yeah,
and then bailed.
that was like, oh man, that was the biggest regret for sure. I was definitely thinking about it. I'm like, let's just go for pedestal, or let's go for this item and get pedestal later. But yeah, I just decided not to finish desert. It ended up not paying off.
Zero was in the same boat. I had the same decision. Oh, do I really want to finish it? And ended up doing so. So that was.
Oh, he ended up finishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, though that was a pretty big one. I'd probably say that. I mean, that. I'm not sure when I would have gone to pedestal after that, but I think it would have saved me at least 2 or 3 minutes if I had done that earlier. It's hard to say though.
Yeah, it saved me some screen transitions, and I probably checked road first as well. but I did it right before doing North Dark World Swamp or Skullwood. So I figured I might as well just do it right there rather than fly back.
The swirly coin sleeps again. So, what was the other boots? Boots for sale at Zora. That was another blind spot that really bit you, LT.
Yeah. When did you get it, Zero? I was wondering. I was kind of thinking about that. I'm like, I could have got that a lot earlier if I just had some rupees.
I don't know the exact time, just because I forgot to start my timer, but I did Eastern first, and then did the mini Moldor into Ice Rod, into Hobo.
Okay.
So it was early, but not like really early. Probably like 15.
That was definitely earlier than me.
Zero had the boots for Aghanim, so that was a big time.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, it's true. I guess I did it without him because I went straight for pod. Once I saw all the items, I'm like, lamp, hammer, bow. I'm like, all right, let's just make the play for pod, and it just had nothing. It's the biggest bust of the runaway. But
wait!
I don't regret it.
Before grabbing gloves.
It definitely didn't have nothing. It had the most important item in the game. It had the single arrow.
Yeah, that's true. It validated the run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a pretty gambly run, and it was just kind of funny how it all played out, honestly, for me. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Literally every gamble paid off because it had to. Nothing else to do.
Kind of, yeah. You were making some progress towards something wherever you went.
At the end of the day, it was just like, well, it has to be here.
Yeah,
I don't think we could have avoided that at all anyway, since Book was in Turtle Rockers or Ganon's Tower or something like that. Not before Pedestal. That's
yeah.
sure.
Book was in G Tower.
Right.
Oh yeah. So not only was it a blind pull, it was a forced blind pull.
Right. Yep. I think the only thing I didn't check was I didn't do the basement of Tower of Hera, and I think I checked literally everything else that you could before go mode. Near 100%.
Yeah, all I skipped was the cave south of Grove. So we both got our 40-second time saves in there.
177 out of 216 for LTigre and opening. And yeah, Book was in Mire, not GT, but same deal. You needed to pull the pedestal to get in there.
Yeah, it was useless at that point.
So what goes through your head when you check the lumberjack item and you see those power gloves up there?
I was like, oh, one of these. Okay. In version 26, I really, really rarely see anything there. So I was like sometimes I don't even check it because it's so rare in this version, at least in my experience. And so it was I'm glad I checked it. And it was just, I was just like, all right, this will probably make for an interesting seed. I might be doing something crazy. And, going to pod as my first dungeon was kind of that something crazy.
I'm just glad it was gloves and not powder or book or something like that.
Yeah.
That's always the worst. The super ambiguous item sitting up there.
Where it's mirror, swamp is a pendant, but it gives you hookshot hammer immediately.
Yeah.
And all game long wonder.
I don't mind seeing an absolutely 100% required item up there. It's just okay, I know what I have to do.
Well, GG's to both of you guys. That was fun to watch, and you guys played fantastic all the way through.
Yeah, good games. Thanks for commentating, Game LT. And,
yeah, good game, man.
Match,
I had fun.
Considering it was a cool players.
Congrats.
Thank you. And good luck in the scary 2-2 bracket. Hope you avoid it.
Yeah, I know. There's probably some killers in there.
Andy just made his way to 2-2 today, so yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, God. I'll probably get matched up against him. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As always, these races are really fun.
To the viewers out there, there's still 2 races to go tonight in the main tournament. In about a half hour on this channel, we have Drunken Draconian versus Z4 Tox. Over on Oh, no, yeah, that's tomorrow. Sorry. We have JSR2 Gamers versus Kyle here on Speed Gaming 1. Over on Speed Gaming 2, you have Feral Pigman versus TGH starting in about 10 minutes.
And as much as I'd like to do a 40-minute interview with our players, really dig in and get to know what goes through the mind of the rando player. Yeah, well, once again, we'll wrap it up. We'll say thank you so much for a great race. Best of luck going forward. 3-1, good place to be. 2-2 is scary, but it's still pretty good overall progress. So I think you've both got a shot at moving on.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Fun race.
Thanks for everything, and see you guys next time.
All right, so that was another exciting match of A Link to the Past Randomizer here in the fall tournament. I've been Mythical 9, and it was a pleasure to cast this race with you, NY Rambler.
Mythical is a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to commentate. You're make my job easier.
by saying everything wrong first.
Oh, of course.
And then offering up the opportunity to point out what is correct. Yeah, it's what I'm best at. Like you said, another match coming up about 40 minutes or so. So I think we're probably going to host Speed Gaming 2 if it's still live. I hope it is. Should be, maybe. But that's where you want to be. That's where a race is starting very soon. Hopefully less than 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
You're going to see that TGH versus Feral Pigman race. Should be a good one. I see Bob and Epi Blitikos are going to be commentating. So it's going to be good. Hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you guys enjoy all the races coming up on Speed Gaming. We had a lot of follows and donations and subs and things for this race, and that was great to see. Thank you again to all those people for all that support. It's good stuff.
The race on here, and it's going to be starting in a half hour. The commentators will be Haib and Jay Coper, so two very good casters to host two very good runners, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's right. You're going to have to choose, though, unless you're one of those people who can manage both, in which case, best of luck.
Tablet on the lap and laptop in front of you. There you go.
Yeah, but then you got like 4 people talking in your ears. You're looking at 2 different seats. It's a skill, man. It's a skill, and I don't have it. But if you've got it, go for it.
Too, yeah, definitely.
And we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you come back for more, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.